Welcome to a Black Earth How to Play tutorial. In this video we're going to go through some of the basic concepts and mechanics of the game. In Black Earth, the action is intense and both players participate at any single moment. To simulate real time, instead of traditional turns or rounds, Black Earth is played in a series of activations. During each activation, one player has the initiative and that player would generally dictate where the action takes place. The opposing player is a reacting player, and as the name suggests, that player will get to react to their opponent. To activate a unit, a player must give it an order. During each activation, both players will get to activate one of their units. Each order has an action and a movement component. The sequence goes like this. The acting player chooses a unit and gives them an order. That unit executes the movement part of the order, and then the reacting player chooses one of their units to activate. The actions of both units are resolved simultaneously, and then the reacting unit executes the movement component of its order. The important thing to note here is that the reacting unit may only attack an enemy unit that activated and not just any one of their choosing. After both units have resolved their orders, we check to see if the initiative changes, and then a new activation starts following the same process. Let's see this in practice. In this scenario, the Brutes have the initiative and choose to activate the Raiders with an assault order targeting the UEF infantry. Assault costs 1 action token, so we first allocate that to the Raiders. Then, we resolve the movement with the help of the tape measure on the Black Earth unit cards. Now, it is the turn of the UEF to react. The UEF player gives the UEF infantry a shoot order and allocates 1 action token to them. They may only target the Brute Raiders and not the Berserkers sitting at the back. Now, both units resolve their actions simultaneously. We will not go into detail on the attack rolls in this video, so for now let's assume that both units suffer 1 casualty. The destroyed models are removed, and then the UEF infantry goes on to resolve their movement. The last thing we need to do is to check to see if the initiative will pass to the next player. Since the reacting player attacked, a tactics roll is made by both units participating in the activation. If the reacting unit wins, then the initiative passes to the next player. Let's assume in this case that the initiative stays with the Brutes for just 1 more activation. We select the Brute Berserker to activate and give it an assault order. As always, the movement part of the order is resolved first. However, in this case, the Brute Berserker will use a melee attack instead of a range attack, as he is in melee range with his target, or in proper Black Earth terminology, he is engaging the UEF infantry. Melee attacks are resolved immediately after movement, so the Berserker attacks the UEF infantry before the reacting player has a chance to do anything. Let's assume that the Berserker scores 1 hit. 1 model is removed as a casualty, and now it is time for the reacting player to decide what to do. The reacting player activates the Wolverine and gives it a shoot order. As before, the Wolverine can only target the Berserker. In this case, the Wolverine is armed with a weapon that causes suppression. Among other things, suppression causes enemy units to accumulate extra action tokens. For more information, you can pause the video to read the rulebook extract. Let's assume that the Wolverine doesn't manage to destroy the Berserker. Even so, because the acting unit was attacked, a tactics roll-off will again be made at the end of the activation. Let's assume that the Wolverine beats the Berserker's roll. In this case, the initiative passes to the UEF player. Now, with the initiative seized by the UEF, it is time for the UEF infantry to receive an assault order, with the Brute Raiders as their target. The Brutes activate the Brute Berserker, but since it already has 2 action tokens on it, its only choice is to execute a tactical advance, which removes all action tokens at the end of the activation. One Brute Raider beats the dust without any support, but now the Berserker is replenished and ready to act in the next activation. However, since the UEF infantry was not attacked, no tactics roll-off takes place and the initiative stays with the UEF automatically. This was a quick look into the activation sequence. For more information, you can check out the Black Earth Core Rulebook, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. Thank you for watching.